Hello. Seattle, Washington. Hello. You guys are my most attractive crowd.
Yes.
But that's not saying a lot because I only have one other show and it is in East Bremerton, Washington. I tell them that they're the nicest crowd. Because if you're ugly and you're mean, you don't get that far, and I've figured that out. You know. Are you guys ready to have a good time tonight? So, tonight is going to be displaying what I would consider a healthy dose of narcissism.
Yes.
Because before you guys, all I had was me. So, I know a lot of you can probably relate to that, being queer and weird and growing up with shitty parents, right? Except my parents didn't suck, I just did. My mom told me a year ago we did a show called For My Mother, and I basically just cried and talked about this woman who gave birth to me, who's an incredible person. Her name is Krista, and where was I going? Okay. It's already beginning. God. Thanks, Jessica, for getting me stoned and making me forget what I was going to be saying. But as queer people, sometimes we feel alone for the most of our existence, and then we become adults or we start doing drugs, right?
Yes.
You're like, this world's a lie. Right?
Yes.
Where all my artists at in this room right now? So for you guys who've never been to one of these shows, we are very PC because it's just giving the utmost respect for another individual. It's not even a garbage term, right? But what's the hyper right movement? What did they call it? Alt-right. Yeah. Yeah. We're not that. At least I'm not. You know. If you've been to Portland, Oregon, they look cool, but they're sometimes just blatant racists. You know. It's true. So tonight, I forgot my piece of paper that I usually have because I'm a neurodivergent, which is PC for somebody with mental illness, and artist is actually PC for somebody who's a drug addict. So, shout out to all my artists in the room tonight. You're not alone. Unless you're coming down. And coming down sucks, but I've just experienced so much hardship now. I could just do so much blow and still feel minorly okay, you know? I was in the Navy for 7 years, and before the Navy, I did a lot of cocaine. I lived in Los Angeles. I was going to art school, and I thought it was cool, and I just loved sticking things up my nose, you know, because that's what I thought that being a cool faggot was about, and that's a lie, right? Yes. Party monster's a real thing that happened, but that's... I don't do ketamine. You know, I have done ketamine, I can count on my hand 3 times, and one time I did ketamine, my very first time, was in the beautiful city of San Francisco. And I thought it was a line of blow, and what we would call this line was a gorilla finger because it was so fat. I was like, I like the line. And I all of a sudden was at this party with like all these like dudes who were like, and I was like, what is going on here? And then I was like, oh, that was not cocaine. So I spent the next 3 hours in the bathroom, sitting on that toilet and shitting my brains out and being like, and then.
Yes, Cucci.
And I was there with a Tina Queen, and she's like, "Girl, you okay? You okay?" And I was like, "Flush the toilet for me, please." I don't know how many of you guys have ever had a hangover before. But when I have a hangover, I will like sit in front of that porcelain god of the toilet, and I will think about all the people who've taken a shit in that toilet, and it will make me puke really hard. And if I can't gather up emotion for that, I will think about Diet Pepsi and vodka, and that will make you puke too. It's the worst, right? I think the nihilist drink is definitely Diet Pepsi and vodka, right? Those bitches don't care. I love dogs as well, and for a majority of my life, I hated Pomeranians. I know, and it's because when they jump off the couch, they'll just like break their leg, and then you have to like pay for it or get it removed, you know, and it's cheaper to get it removed. So I will also say that a Pomeranian is a nihilist dog, right? Because what's the point of a Pomeranian besides to be cute? Nothing, right? Bred to be cute.
Yes.
It's true. We have a lot of amazing performers here tonight.